Hi, my name's Darren Wall. I'm the owner of Tailored Twig. We want to talk about a simple technique of reflexing flowers today. Something that was used quite some time ago and has started to come back into vogue. So there's a handful of flowers that are out there that you can reflex the petals for, and it drastically changes what the flower actually looks like. The most impactful and probably the most common flower that people reflex is a rose. First, you open up the rose by blowing into it to open it up. Then you go and you flip back each petal one by one. You might say, what? One by one? There's a lot of petals there, Darren. It takes a minute, and that's why a lot of people stopped doing it, because labor costs went up so much. So if you fast forward and magically do this, I'll show you what this looks like in comparison to a rose that hasn't been reflexed. Just continue to spin it so you're doing one layer at a time. When you do so, you want to make sure you get your finger all the way down and you get it bent in from the base. Otherwise, it's going to flip back up. When I first started doing flowers, there is a guy in New York City. His name is David Beam. He owns a company, I believe it's called David Beam Designs, and he does what we do. I had aspirations to be what he is. His signature at the time was reflexing tulips, which it's so fascinating because these tulips look like a tropical flower when they're reflexed, and they look totally different. You wouldn't even, I didn't know in the beginning that this was a tulip. And then there's some that you just have to peel back the layers on, and kale is one of them. So, you know, when you do this, generally speaking, you do it with the same process where you just bend back each leaf. And all of a sudden what ends up happening is this tight piece of ornamental kale ends up taking up so much more space and feeling like a big open blossom. So it looks like this compared to this. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you enjoy playing with flowers, and I hope this gives you something to continue your creative process.